Hey guys, so I'm back today with a summer makeup tutorial, and this is going to be geared towards long-lasting makeup in this hot, humid weather. So I have some products here that I really like that really make your makeup stay on and look halfway decent as you start to sweat and all that. And this lighting, I don't know what the deal is. It always makes me look so shiny. Really not this shiny, I promise. I'm going to moisturize my skin, so I'm just going to go ahead and even out my skin tone with some foundation. And if this is too heavy for you, go ahead and use a tinted moisturizer. But at the moment, I don't have one that's the same color as my skin, or I would totally do that. But I'm going to use my Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse foundation. And this is actually almost too light for me, where I went to the beach and got tan. And then for any other imperfections, I'm just going to use some concealer. I've got my favorite one here, Maybelline Super Stay. I'm just going to pat that out with my finger. And then for staying power, you definitely want to set that with a powder. And the one I'm going to use today is MAC Studio Fix. And this may be too much coverage for you if you're just wanting something light for a summer day. But right now I'm just really limited in products that I have that match my skin. So all my other powders are just too light for me right now. So I'm just going to use this one. But this will give you really good coverage on top of another foundation. To warm up the face and bring some color back in, I'm just going to use some bronzer. And I have one here that I really love from Wet n Wild, and it is awesome. And it's matte. And it's a really warm tone bronzer, but this is in the shade Goddess. And I'm just going to use like a large fluffy brush. And I'm not going to contour, I'm just going to concentrate this color kind of just in a soft wash all over my face to kind of make up for those other products being a little bit too light for me. Then for blush, what I really like to do in the summertime, if I want to make sure my blush is going to last, is layer a cream blush over a powder blush. And you might think, well, that's a lot of products on my face for hot weather, but if you just do it lightly, it's really not that much. So the cream blush I have here is from NYX, and it's called Hot Pink, and it is just a crazy bright pink color. It's really awesome. So definitely use this sparingly, and if you're really fair, like barely even touch into it. But I'm just barely going to put a few little pats there on my cheek, and I'm just going to blend it out. And then right over top of that, I'm just going to use a very soft shade. Again, this is from NYX, and it is called Angel. This is an oldie but a goodie. I think this is the first blush I ever got from NYX. And I'm going to put that right over, so when the Angel wears off, you'll still have that pretty flush to your cheeks from the cream blush. Moving on to the eyes. You definitely want to use an eyeshadow primer if you're going to wear any eye makeup at all. So I'm going to use Urban Decay Primer Potion in Greed, and this is a really pretty shimmery gold color. Smooth that out. And one of my favorite products, especially for a really long lasting look, is from Tarte, and it is one of their emphasized waterproof cream eyeshadows, and this is the only one I have, and the shade is Shimmering Taupe, and it's a beautiful color. But seriously, like, you do not need to top this with a powdered eyeshadow. It will last you all day long and not crease or smear or fade. It is amazing. I don't know how they do it. But I'm just taking some of that on my ring finger and just spreading that across the lid. So easy. And then take a clean finger and just kind of blend it. And you can layer this even for a little bit more intensity. I'm just going to go ahead and jump to the brows real quick, and I'm going to use my Maybelline Define a Brow in Dark Blonde and just fill them in just a little bit. One product that I absolutely love for staying power is gel liner. I really love the Maybelline Studio ones, and I have this one in Sapphire, and it's a really pretty deep navy blue. You could use black or brown if you want. I'm just doing this to kind of switch it up a little bit. Give a fun little pop that you won't really notice unless you look very closely, but then it's kind of like, oh, that's pretty, you know? So I'm just going to use an angled brush. This is from e.l.f. and I'm just going to line my upper lash line. And I'm going to wing it out just a little bit at the end. And I also thickened it a little bit on the outer corner there. And then with whatever is left on the brush, just take that underneath your lower lash line. For just a little bit of definition down there. Just about 1/3 of the way is really all you need to do. Okay, and if you want a little highlight underneath your brows, just use any kind of color close to your skin tone or maybe a shade or two lighter. I'm going to use this Loreal shadow, and this is called Endless Pearl, and I'm actually just going to use my finger and just dab that right underneath the brow and also a little bit here in the inner tear duct just to brighten that up. I'm just going to curl my lashes. And I'm going to use a mascara that I've absolutely been loving lately, and it is the Maybelline XXL Pro Extensions, and I got the waterproof version because for one thing I just like waterproof better. Using like the white side first, it's like a primer. Okay, and then you look all wild. And then I'm going to go to the black side and really wiggle that through your lashes to get the most out of them. But this really does add awesome length. You can kind of see how my lashes look. I really do like that mascara. However, it is waterproof, but I can't wear it on my lower lashes because it smudges every time. For that, I'm going to use Maybelline Lash Discovery. And this isn't even waterproof, and it never smudges. It's awesome. Okay, so all that's left now are the lips, and what I'm going to use for it, this isn't really long wearing. You know, you can wear one of those like long wearing lip colors if you want, but you do have to keep like putting on the gloss or like the balm that it comes with. So, you know, I don't mind reapplying my lip color. So I'm just going to use a lip butter from Revlon, and this is in Sweet Tart. And it's kind of a bright pink, really pretty. And then just for some added insurance that your makeup isn't gonna budge, if you want you can spray a setting spray of some kind. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter, like a little mini size. So this stuff really works. I've used it on myself numerous times and on other people a lot. And everyone really loves it. So you can either just spray it directly on your face, or you can just kind of spray it up in the air and let it fall down on you. Sometimes I like to do that just because, you know, that way you're not just like spraying yourself in the face, you know. There we go, and it will dry, and it also gives you a really good finish. It takes away any like powdery look that you might have. And that is it. That is my tips for long-lasting summer makeup. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked it. Share your tips with me in the comments, and I'll see you next time.